you had a good run, but don't you know when you're done, you still carry on. It's no big deal to take a chance against the odds. Do what you feel, round up your stake and go for the lot. But luck runs out and you could lose all you got, and yet you still take the risk. Could you just can't stop, but there's one big deal.
You don't get air like this in London.
Thank God.
Blows your cobwebs away.
I like my cobwebs.
Here, we got dumplings for dinner.
She can't cook.
Well, that's not the point. You're on your honeymoon. Someone else slaving away in the kitchen.
Tommy, if I gave you food like that, you'd throw it on the floor.
Yeah, but that's different. That's home.
What's up with it? Up with it? She's good for another 50,000. That is a very clean motor. Somebody's going to get a lot of satisfaction out of that. A lot of satisfaction.
You'll be right, yeah.
That's put me right off. You fancy a jar?
No, we just missed them.
No problem.
Got the lousy Dragon Club.
If it's open, don't knock it. The last time I was down here, this fella dropped dead in the Carsey.
I don't know how he fell.
Hello, Dick.
Hi, Chris. You know Robby, don't you?
Not yet.
Before your time, how you doing, okay?
Fine.
2 pints, darling. And one for Arthur.
Where you been?
Oh, on the road. Portsmouth Tuesday. Had to take a jag up to Newcastle last week. How's your mum?
Not too clever.
Oh, sorry about that. You haven't moved in with her, have you?
No, I'm still in my place.
Oh.
I'll get him. There you go.
How you doing, Arthur? This is a good friend of mine, Robby Box.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
Me too, yeah. So,
Where's the governor?
Never here, is he?
he's had some bad news, hasn't he, your mate?
Yeah, sat in front of him in a glass. He used to be a piano player. He still is, when he can see the keys.
Why do people come to places like this?
Because they're open.
Yeah, but why don't they do it up?
Die? He's making money.
You can make more. If you've got something like this, you've got to make the most of it. Getting started's the hard bit.
Why don't you get started when you had the chance?
When was that?
A few months ago, when you were flush.
It was never enough, was it?
Oh, yeah? How much is enough?
Well, it wasn't that sort of money. Just sit down for the next game. Wouldn't be like that now. What? You're joking. Mum, don't do nothing. I'll phone you back. Yeah, today, yeah. So long. Look, why didn't we go down there and talk some sense into it?
We?
Mum's always had a soft spot for you. She never takes any notice of what I say. She'll listen to you.
Well, what would I say?
Well, tell her to grow up for a start. Oh, look, if they come back after 3 days, Tommy's life won't be worth living. There's no way to start married life, is it?
What about Vi's life?
Well, it's the same thing.
But when?
Tomorrow. Can't be any later.
What, straight there and back?
Yeah, if there's a train back, yeah.
I'm not stopping overnight.
No, of course not.
Well, all right then, if it'll help.
Oh, smashing. I'll give him a ring, Tom.
Well, it's your money. I'd just like to get one thing straight, Mr. Turnbull. If she's working for me, I give the orders. I don't want her on the phone to you in Sydney every 5 minutes. Fine. Well, that's okay then. Yeah, I'm expecting her any minute. And to you, Mr. Turnbull. Come on up. Come in. So you're Jan. How are you, Jan?
Fine, thank you.
And Mr. Turnbull wants you to pick up a few pieces for him.
I haven't been to many big auctions.
Well, you stick close to me and you won't go far wrong. Mind you, it's not a game you learn overnight. Well, sit down. Do you want some coffee?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah? Why have they slipped it in there? Yeah, dead cunning. But don't you worry, Jerry, I'll be there. You're working well, son. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head in this business. Queen Anne, the old desk, in perfect nick. Slipped into a little sale this afternoon. Someone's being done, but it's not going to be us. Right, forget what I just said, Jan. You're starting today.
Today?
A sale in Hertford. You'll have to do that on your own. No problem. I'll do the desk. It's in the same neck of the woods.
I can't today. I've got to go to Essex.
For Turnbull?
No.
Don't forget that. We've got to cover both auctions or Mr. Turnbull's going to be looking for new personnel. And we don't want that, do we?
We've only got a couple of minutes. Come on.
I'm not coming, Rob.
Did you say?
I know, I did. I'm sorry. I'll explain everything later.
But you promised.
I didn't, Rob. I said I'd do it as a favour. There were no promises.
You're letting us all down.
I'm letting you down. Oh, God, you've got a nerve. Look, I'll say I'm sorry when I see them, OK? I've got to go.
Jack!
50 miles departure to Clacton. Will depart platform 14.
It's got to bother.
I just want a bit more notice next time.
It's them Australians. They don't think people have private lives.
Yeah. I don't know anything about tables.
You don't have to. You go up to 11,000, then stop.
£11,000 for a table?
I'll pick you up at 3:30.
This is your last chance. Have you both made up your minds about this?
Yes.
No.
I mean, you expect a bit of fresh air, don't you? I mean, that's the North Sea out there. But on your honeymoon, you're not supposed to notice.
Why not?
We had treacle pud last night.
Oh, it's not good for you, all that stodge.
Yeah. But they've never heard of treacle pud at Bournemouth.
They don't need it in Bournemouth. They got better things to do.
Yes, at 10 quid a time.
Now, listen, hold it. I've come to fetch you, right? I'm not going to listen to you two bellyaching all the way back to London. Got it?
You joining us, boyo? Hey, you're very welcome. Past the time, see?
No, Tar. I've got my mum on the train.
Well?
There ain't no Buffy.
The timetable's got a cup of tea over this train.
Well, talk to the driver. He'll give you a go on his thermos.
Disgusting.
When I was a boy, you brought your own grub.
When you was a boy, they didn't have no roofs on the trains.
Oh, knock it off. We've come home and you've had your way.
Had my way. 4 days of freezing to death.
OK, that'll do. Shh.
If you walked about a bit, you wouldn't get so cold.
Where am I going to walk to?
You come to the seaside to be by the sea, not in a big hole.
What bingo hall?
OK, that'll do. I'm glad Jan didn't come. I'm ashamed of you. You're like a couple of kids. Well, I've had enough.
Me and all. Your mother can be a very trying woman. I'm beginning to wonder if we've done the right thing.
Oh, come off it.
Trouble is, we're both set in our ways.
If you hadn't got married, you'd be moping about wondering why. You've got to make it work, haven't you?
It's all right you talking. You've never been married. Still hoping, son? I mean, she come back, didn't she?
For 1 month, yeah.
Yeah. Well, perhaps you can do something about that.
Yeah?
The offer is still open.
Eh?
Like a game.
I know whist.
How about you?
I'm on my honeymoon.
I can never understand whist. Bragg's easier, best hand wins. I mean, what could be simpler than that, isn't it?
I can't afford to lose more than a couple.
Oh, who can?
I don't have to look at these, do I?
No, you can bet blind.
Right. Who starts?
I do. 50. I raise you 10. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, what the hell?
Ah, Habib. Well, it's just you and Lenny, son. Yeah. No, you have to bet double if you blocked.
Oh, yeah, I remember now, yeah.
Oh, look at it. It's beginner's luck.
I think I've played this before. It's all coming back to me now. I've seen you somewhere, haven't I?
Could be. I get around a bit.
Shouldn't he shuffle?
Not in Prague, boyo.
20.
Raise 10.
No, the bet's 30.
Oh, sorry.
What, raise?
Sorry.
No, you can raise if you want to. Double if you want to.
No, I'll just stick with the 30.
Wise decision.
What's that, a Maggie?
Got the feeling.
So it's going to cost me 2 to have a look.
To look and play, 1 if you stay blind.
I thought I could look.
Not after I bet it. Next time round, eh?
4 open.
Pull the other one, mate. 2 blinds.
He's a bloody liar, that Lenny.
Can I look now?
No, not now, boyo.
But I paid to look last time.
Oh, it'll cost you 4 now. If you want my advice, stay 2 blind. Oh, smashing crib on. He's going to see what young Lenny's made of.
8.
Aye, sussed you, Lenny Bar.
So I have to put up what?
8. Or fold. I told you, he's got nothing.
I'll have a look.
That's going to cost you 8 notes.
Good hand.
Little flush. I thought you had me. You all right? It's not playing you up, is it? He's got a condition.
What you doing?
Be ill. Here, let me loosen your tie. How you feeling now?
Oh,
Palpitations. I should never let you come out. The quack's gonna kill me.
It's your call, boy.
Leave me out of this one, will you?
Leave you out, we've just dealt.
The old boy's having a turn.
It looks all right to me.
What are you, heart surgeon or something?
You can't just walk out in a game, you've got my money. I don't think you heard me, boy. You've got my money in your pocket. I'm not a bloody charity.
Open the door, will you? The old woman's got his pills in her bag. What, do you want, a corpse on your hands or something? Come on. Oh, and, it's half of the game.
All done, is it?
Yeah, about an hour ago.
I'm sorry I'm late. How'd it go then? What happened?
Well, I went up to 12,000.
Hey?
It went for 14,500.
14.5, you're joking.
There's some fella. Looked as if he'd come on his horse. He wasn't a dealer.
Bloody public, they're killing this business. And Turnbull's going to go potty. You should have kept with him.
You told me.
Yeah, I know. You've got a bit to learn yet, girl.
And make farm workers ill. He's asking the courts to ban government officials from his land if they insist on treating his animals with the new medicines which he believes to be dangerous. And finally, scientists in a laboratory in Russia are studying what they believe are the oldest living creatures in the world. Tiny organisms called microbes, which are so small they can't be seen without a microscope. They're thought to be about 12,000 years old. Scientists found them frozen in ice in Antarctica. So they melted the ice and woke up the microbes.
Not another collection.
Mr. Box.
Sorry?
They told me you were staying here. I wonder if we could...
No, I'm just fixing the telly. I wouldn't be staying here and watching that, would I?
If you see him, could you tell him Mrs. Banks called? I'd like him to telephone me. It's very important. I'd like you to give him this.
Yes, that would be very important.
Thank you.
Hello, and we're all ready for real big music because dear old Goldie is 7 years old today and we're celebrating with all her cards. We've filled the studio with them and her presents. I've got a bit of surprise as well, a little bit later on.
And there's more cards arriving by every post. And I'm sure she's pleased with all...
How well do you know the Turnbulls?
I know Jonathan, but I've only met Jake a few times.
He's the brains of the old man. Whiskey and water?
It's a bit early in the day for scotch.
Oh, don't give me that. The thing about a fella like Jake is he expects to be ripped off. Anything between 5 and 10%. More, and he gets stroppy. Less, and he thinks you're fiddling him behind his back. So, how do you make your 7.5%? You don't say exactly what you pay for the goods. You leave a little margin.
You can't get away with that. Apart from anything else, he signs the cheques.
Loading, darling. Costs over and above. The auctioneers. A lot of them won't touch it, and they're above that sort of thing. But there's plenty will.
You mean bribery?
If that's what you want to call it. An auctioneer can keep the bidding going, milking it, wall bids, and frighten Joe Public off. Or he can stop the whole thing stone dead at your bid. But either way, he's got to be paid. Jake makes an allowance for that. You do your sums right, and that's your 7.5%.
But what about the sellers? They're getting ripped off.
Darling, if you're selling something valuable at an auction, be there. That's rule 1. Protect your own interests. Because if you
That's
don't...
a sort of robbery.
Everything in life's a sort of robbery. Paying your bills late, that's robbery. Just ask yourself one question. Do you want to be a winner? Of course you do. So let me give you a few words of wisdom. Don't rip your friends off. Enjoy yourself. Misery slows you down. And work. It doesn't matter what at, but keep it all going. Now then, do you want a good dinner and then back here for cocoa? No, perhaps not. Another time. But I want you here tomorrow.
You don't hang about, do you?
No. Who was that fella at the station?
Just a fella.
Winner, is he?
Sometimes.
Thanks, love.
It stinks, this place. It does, you know. It ponds, it ponds.
Regulars don't even notice. Just like home to them, isn't it? A pint, you fluffy.
You're on, son, you're on.
Joe, who the dirt on that ball? Geoghan.
Do you want a double? Oh. Chop them up, Christine, will you?
Dick beat you again?
What do you mean again? Get your money out, go on.
Here, you fancy a curry?
Yeah, when?
Whenever you like.
Well, I can't tomorrow, I'm working.
Tuesday? Great.
How's life then, mate? All right?
You got cheek.
Can't afford to work.
Yeah.
Can't afford not to.
Know what you mean?
Funny thing. Money.
Hilarious, yeah. You ought to buy that by the half pint.
All right, Rob.
Yeah.
There you go.
So. He must have a liver like an old mattress.
Yeah.
You in love or something? Mind you, she's the only thing worth looking at.
Yeah.
You and her serious?
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, she's all right, is Chris?
I'll take your word for it. Don't believe it.
Hey?
That's where I've seen him. Here.
Well, Di Phillips? You must have known that. This is his club.
On the train. The old brag trick.
He's been working the trains for years. He didn't take you, did he?
You're joking, aren't you? You're still buying me a beer.
Yeah. What? He's coming over.
I never forget a face, even if I can't see it.
Well, Stoner Crows.
I didn't catch the name.
Box. Robby Box.
I don't believe you're a member here, Mr. Box.
He's my guest.
But you'll be wanting to join, of course.
I will.
I mean, I don't have to tell you what the entrance fee is, do I? Then we can start again with a clean slate.
All right, I'll think about it.
Meanwhile, I wouldn't say no to a drink for old time's sake.
We was just going.
You're always just going, aren't you, Mr. Box?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Yeah. And how's the old fella?
What old fella? Oh, Tommy. No, he was all right after a sit down.
Yeah, I thought he would be. I had very high hopes for his recovery.
You made a friend for life there, son.
He's a loser.
You reckon?
Still knocked about losing 10 quid in a brag game. That's a loser.
You'll be back then. It'll cost you.
Could be a good investment. Go on, drink them.
I shall get the blame.
That? You've done it this time, boy. You worthless, drunken slob.
Leave it out, Taffy.
And don't call me Taffy. Who's going to pay for all this?
He's paid for that lot 500 times.
Who's going to clear it up?
Well, that's down to the management, isn't it?
I think everything's going to be all right.
The last drink you have here, boyo.
You're a real good loser, ain't you, Taffy?
Where's your key, Arthur?
It's open.
There, give us your coat then, son. That's it. We're home now, mate.
Thanks very much.
Do you want anything, Arthur?
A short sleep. Everything's going to be fine.
Dick, you go on home. I'll hang on here for a bit.
Why?
Well, I can't go back to Tommy's. That tax bird's going to be lurking around it, G.
Your lucky night, eh?
Yeah, it's all.
I'll see you.
You wake.
Certainly.
I'll kick down here, okay?
Anything you like. Consider the place you're on.
You're very kind, Arthur.
No, I'm not.
What?
Very kind. Could have had bother getting on tonight. Shan't forget.
Go to sleep, Arthur.
There we go. And if it drips, you bring it back, darling.
Hello.
Oh, where have you been?
Doing my good deed for the night. Any tea going?
You're on a bar of soap, not tea.
Where's Jane?
She ain't here.
Expecting her?
Never know these days. Not since Mr. Grover turned up.
Who?
A fella called Grover. Does a lot of business with Jan.
What sort of business?
Why ask me? She's the one you should be talking to. It's her life. Do you ever take the trouble to find out what she's feeling, how she is? Oh, Robby. She'd have made you a lovely wife, but no. You can't see no further than the other side of a card table. I reckon she only come over here to see if you changed your ways. And if she goes back, it's cheerio Robby forever.
Okay, okay.
If you want my advice... Oh, what's the use? You never listen to no one.
I'm listening.
Well, he's seen a lot of her. He's taken her up Queensway, a viewing or something. But I said nothing, you understand? I want nothing to do with it.
Well, okay. Yeah, I suppose I could do with a bit of a shave. I'll see you. This cup of tea, will you? Hey, Princess. Do you want a cup of coffee? A cup of coffee, please.
Been up all night?
You do a fella good turn when he gets aggro.
You look rough.
I'm beginning to get the message, yeah. Cold tar. Yeah. Come here.
Oh.
How's Grover?
Grover?
Yeah, Grover.
He's all right, I suppose.
Useful fella to know, is he?
Well, he's a dealer. What are you getting at?
What's he getting at?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd like to meet him. Well, don't you fancy the idea? Well, come on, tell me about him.
There's nothing to tell.
What do you think with all the dealers, or is it just Grover?
Look, I said that there's nothing to...
Well, what is this, classified information or something? All right, don't bother, no. It's all right, I'll work it out for myself. I'll see you around, won't I?
Morning, Robby.
What happened?
It was a disgrace. I felt ashamed.
Well, it's your room, isn't it?
One's home is a reflection of oneself.
Is that right?
It's all going to change. Things will be different from now on.
What do you mean, the booze?
I shan't stop entirely, but I'll put it right down.
Very wise decision, believe me, I know.
Yes, I just couldn't go on like that.
Can I have a go with your razor? I left my stuff at Thomas.
Yeah, sure, help yourself. I can be a very nasty character. You stood up to him. I may only have been half conscious, but I remember.
We brought you home, that's all.
Well, I made an idiot of myself.
Leave it out, Arthur. We all get elephants, don't we?
I'm going to work again.
Great.
It'll be uphill to start with. Those fixers can be real bastards. But I'll show them.
You do that, son.
And some real money. Get out of this tip. Oh, and Robby, if ever there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, you only got to ask.
Pack it in, Arthur, eh?
There won't be a lot here.
Very professional.
You mean apart from you and me? Oh, it's a bloody jumble sale this week. Canteen furniture. What would you give for that?
You can never sell these, can you? I mean, not even if they're goers.
See where it's made?
USA.
Before the First World War, and I can sell it.
What, you know a collector?
I've got to, haven't I?
What would you give for it then?
No, what would you give for it? Afterwards, I'll sell it on for you and we'll go halves.
Sounds like a bargain, Princess.
Robert.
Is that Grover?
Who are you?
A very old friend of the family.
Huh.
Oh, the next time that Jan wants to go somewhere, she'll be getting a cab or a bus or walking. She won't be needing your taxi service anymore. Do you get it?
Robby.
Are you drunk or something?
No, I'm stone cold sober. But if I see you round Jan again, you're going to need more than a drink. All right?
For God's sake, have you gone bloody mad?
He's just a chancer. What do you think he's round you for?
What the hell's it got to do with you?
What?
What I do's my business.
He's probably got a wife and 6 kids somewhere. You're just a bird of the week.
Listen, I come and I go as I please, with whoever I please. You've got no say in my life anymore. And you better get used to it.
Is there something wrong with your ears and all? I thought I told you to keep out of here. I don't want you on my premises. You are a liability.
It says on here that I'm a bona fide member of the Dragon Club. Fully paid up until December the 31st. Under the terms of your license, you're obliged to serve me.
You've got a nerve. I'm going to give you one more chance, boyo. Just one more.
Orange juice, please.
You never did understand women. Look at the run around you gave Jan.
That's all water under the bridge.
So why is she knocking about with this Grover?
It's not her, it's him.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So what are you going to do about it?
Sort it out. There's got to be a way.
Yo, Struve, look at that. Where's my camera?
What you got lurking in there? Something evil?
No, cross my heart.
What is it?
Orange juice.
Good.
This place is getting like a Salvation Army hostel.
That'll be the day.
Half a lager and a scotch, please, Di.
I've got your membership card made up, Mr. Box. All I need is the fee.
Well, I haven't decided yet, have I?
You're still my guest. Here, where's Chris tonight?
Not here, is she?
Did you get any work?
I'm seeing a man tomorrow.
Oh, good, good.
Playing in a boozer.
Better than a brewery.
Well, at least you've got a skill, ain't you? If you can just keep off the liquor, you'll be back in the money.
Yeah. It's all about time, isn't it?
What are you worried about time for? You've more time than anybody I know. Thanks, Di.
Got about 2 weeks. And after that, well, it's another story. And I got Grover. Smart ass. Mews House, Sussex Gardens, big AM outside. What am I supposed to do? Punch the bloody tyres?
What, Jan don't fancy him?
No, of course she doesn't. Now, without Grover, life would be a lot easier.
Been hearing things about you, Mr. Box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice. Just a whist player, eh?
Not just a whist player, no.
Pro gambler. Taking our money. Making out you're a beginner, all green and innocent.
What about you and your friends, Mr. Phillips? Very naughty.
Fancy a quick one down the railway?
Yeah, we talk about trains. Chop chops. Shine 'em a nush, shine 'em a nush, shine 'em a nush, shine 'em a nush.
I think I'll have a small vodka in there. Just this once, of course.
Of course, Arthur.
Jan? How you doing? I just had a call from Sydney. Yeah, they get up early there. Yeah, next Tuesday. Early Georgian in fair nick. Walnut case, spotless. Well, Jake reckons about 5, but you could go up a bit. Hang on, there's someone at the door. Don't go away. Yeah? Come in, I'll be right down.
You, Grover?
Yeah.
I've got a message for you.
What message?
From Robby Box. He's a bit tired of you, Mr. Grover. He doesn't want you getting in his way, hanging around Jan. And he's dead serious. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Perhaps you'd like to take a message back to Robby from me.
Oh, what message?
Tell Mr. Box if he's got anything to say, he can say it to me himself face to face, not send his father. Never step out of your class, son.
That's how you get hurt.
Oh.
You were still there, Jan? No. Yeah, it was just some drunk. Got the wrong address. I put him right. Now, where were we?
Arthur? What's the matter?
Nothing much.
Not been on brandy again, have you?
I went up to Grover's place.
You what?
I warned him off. Well, I tried.
You warned off Grover?
He had a go at me. Don't blame him, really.
So take it easy, take it easy.
Ah!
Can you move your fingers?
No.
Right. You come with me.
Box.
Yeah.
We've x-rayed the hand. No fractures, luckily. But a very bad sprain.
Oh.
And he's suffering from shock. We're going to keep him in overnight. You can probably see him in the morning.
Good.
Oh, he asked me to say, can you go round to the Prince Albert in Gilly Street, see the landlord, tell him your friend won't be coming in the morning. And would you say sorry for him?
Him say sorry. Tell him everything's going to be okay. Tell him that, will you?
Yes, of course.